इसको डेट से इसको बंद करते हैं बाद में इसको
थोड़ा सुंदर अमंगल
नहीं आएगी सिर्फ नहीं आएगी कौन सा
नहीं आती है मेरी ओरिएंटेशन
मैं पीछे रखूँ थोड़ा
अमंगल चाहिए तो फिर आना रहेगा तो
ओके नो
फिर दो आदमी से थोड़ा यहाँ का नहीं दस तरफ नहीं
ये तो गेट खोल के बैठा है ना फिर
देखो एक गेट खोल
3 लोग नहीं आ पाएंगे
आ जाएंगे वहाँ
तो ये बैठ तो नहीं जाते कहाँ पे आ रहा है ठीक और इधर अभी नहीं आ रहा
मैं टाइम नहीं लगा लास्ट टाइम
इसने आ रहा है
अरे टाइम लगेगा ना उसे आप क्या छोड़ दो
इसको लैंडस्केप प्रेफर के इशू है
वो आप बोल दीजिए क्या तो मीटिंग नहीं
बोल अब सेंटर में
कल वहाँ बैठा था यहाँ पे आ जाएगा
तो उधर तो फिर 3
आ जाएगा वो ऐसे ही जैसे ये यहाँ पे सेटअप ना ऐसे इसको ना बाहर सेटअप कर देंगे
सेटअप
नहीं सर कोई एकदम स्पीड से आ रहा है नहीं मतलब मैंने फिर तुम वीडियो खराब कर देना वीडियो खराब कर देना इतना बोले तो ये उधर सेटअप करें हाँ ठीक है ये सेटअप इसको हाँ ना एक्सट्रीम सांस हाँ
बड़ा है दिखा
थोड़ा पीछे बढ़े तो फोन ना कर दे चल हो जाएगा इलेक्ट्रिक
हाँ तो देखिए क्या हो रहा है इशू आ रहा है छोड़िए उसको
फ्रंट बैक हो रहा है बस फ्रंट और बैक
वैसे ही रख
अब देखो
थैंक यू
हेलो आने में टाइम पता है वो एक दो घंटे का क्या एक में मतलब ये चेयर बीच में हां बीच में
ये लाइव नहीं है ना
अरे सही है लाइव है भाई
लाइव है
टाइम चल गया आप सही ना कोई एकदम आ गया तो दिक्कत नहीं सर कोई लिंक ला रहा है कमेंट आएगा
कौन है और मानस टू
दैट हाय लेट है नहीं फर्स्ट करेगा काफी चाहिए वीडियो में फर्स्ट एक आवाज आ रही है माइक्रोफोन मुझे नहीं आ रहा मुझे नहीं आ रहा हाँ भाई बहुत नहीं आ रहा था बहुत किसका बात और भाई तो आदमी नहीं आ रहा
मैं आपको सब बताता हूँ
stock audit discussion with CA aspirants, audit, finance, taxation.
इसमें दिखा
हाँ, अब आ गया बहुत बहुत आप भी आ रहा है
अब
देखा मैं देख Okay, let's everyone talk about today topics. Today topics is related to stock audit. First of all, I want to give my introduction. I am a chartered accountant, having post-qualified experience of 5 years, specific in state audit and internal audit. He is Mr. Mohit. Please give me your introductions.
myself Mohit Singh, and currently I'm a CS parent, and I'm working in one of the firm, replicated firm, and under the guidance of Prakash Adhikari sir, I learned about how to do the stock audit.
Okay. And he is one of our brilliant articles well. Let give your introduction to the people who asked. So myself, Aman Goyal. I am a CA as well as CS panelist. I have done various audits in various sectors, including power generation, insurance, media service, pharma, fintech company, etc. So that is okay. Today's our hot topics is related to the stock audit. Mainly, stock audit is conducted by a chartered accountant appointed by banks. And we recently did the stock audit of one of our big known clients. We may not give their name in this video. However, we are going to share type of exposure we got in there and type of observation we obtained from the stock audit. These two pupils were engaged in these audits. Let's Mr. Aman Goyal share about his views regarding the requirement. What are the initial requirements to do the stock audit, and what are the main gaps we have identified in their stocks? Let's give a brief about the stock audit. For stock audit, basically, we have to collect firstly the sales data. We have to check the sales data with the GST filings, whether the sales reported by the client and the report that is monthly and quarterly submitted to the banks about sales, debtors and stock is correct or not, or whether it is reliable or not. Secondly, we comes to the statements that are submitted to banks, whether they are true or not. Then we have to check the condition of the stock, whether there is any stock that is in the warehouse of the company from long time. Means that stock is of no use and will not be considered while computing the uh, drawing power competition. So rest will be discussed by Mr. Mohit.
So before we start, I have one question that I want to ask. Like, why stock audit is important? Like, it is a mandatory or a voluntary thing. Why should I spend in a single amount on the stock audit? Why it is important? Is there any condition? Okay, what a brilliant question that has been put by Mr. Amit, Mr. Mohit. As you know, we are generating UDIN. Do you know that every certificates that chartered accountant have signed need to generate UDIN? If you go into the UDIN section, there is a stock audit. If you selected type of audit that you have conducted, there is one of section is stock audit as per Banking Regulation Act 1949. As we cross-link it, it is mandatory to do the stock audit as per Banking Regulation Act 1949. There may be a chances, I'm not quite sure, 100% sure, but there may be a chances up to this amount of limit, there is no need to do the stock audit. However, amount involved greater than 5 crore sanction amount, loan sanction amount is greater than 5 crores, then that is mandatory from bank of point of view. Did you get my point? Yes, sir. As I can understood that if you are taking a single loan from any bank, like your sanction amount is more than 5 crore, then it's a bank told that you have to do the stock audit. You have to Yeah, we have to conduct this. Bank appointed the chartered accountant. Please visit the client places and do the stock audit. Client submitted a stock audit every month to the bankers. But bankers are not relied, absolute not relied by the documents submitted by them. Therefore, they asked us, a CA firm, particularly CA firm, to do the check, do the audit of the documents submitted by the clients. Either they are overstated their debtors, either they overstated by stocks, either they uh, overstated uh, aging. There may be situations. That's why every bank has a fixed format. So while you are analyzing the previous audit report, you'll find out that lots of criteria to do the audit. Okay. 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 Thank you for saying. The foremost important thing is to, while doing the stock audit, we have to take care of that is calculation of DP, drawing power. Is the drawing power is sufficient or not? The stock statement submitted by the bank, submitted to the client, submitted to the banks by the client. We have to calculate it uh, as per the norms given by the RBI. Okay. As already said, Mr. Aman, how to conduct the stock audit. First of all, we have to obtain self-registered data from the client and compare it with the GST portals, GST 1 3B. If there is any discrepancies, we have to report it. In just recent our audit, there may be slightly, there are two observations regarding the stock, regarding the sales. Yes, yes. What are they? So basically, after September 2022, September 22, there are only two GST slabs, that is 5% and 18%. There are no slabs of 12% and 28%. We have observed that the client is billing at the rate of 12% for hiring of motor vehicle, uh, which that is not there after GST form 2.0. So one of our observation is that the client is underbidding the client. However, this does not have any adverse impact on drawing power. Secondly, there are two fixed assets of the client, but the client has not renewed the insurance by saying that the client are no more used for the client. But for bank points of view, every asset must be insured, whether it is of use or not for client. Okay, very good. Have you understood? What? Yes, sir, I understood, but I just want like the whatever you were told that I also read somewhere, but I just want to know that what is drawing power, why we calculate that, how we calculate that, because in inter in books I have read these terms, but in practically I was not involved in single stock audit. So just I want to know from you that what is stock, sorry, what is drawing power and how we calculate that, whether we calculate or a bank calculate or the client calculate. Who calculate this? Okay, let me explain this now. Have you know the ratio of current ratio? Yes, sir. Current assets divided by current liability. Yes. The client is able to pay his current liabilities by his current assets. It is also known as the liquidity ratio. Just like that, suppose that the client is about to pay 1 crore. His account balance is showing the debit balance is 1 crore. But while calculating the DP drawing power, it shows he has the capacity to repay only 80 lakhs instead of 1 crore. That means it contradict. That means that means he either lying his books of accounts while submitting the bank. Apart from any other point, you want to add it? No, no, it's the repaying capacity. Okay. Repaying capacity. Suppose that in December, client's DP is 50 lakhs. Drawing power is 50 lakhs. But in banks, he already withdraw 80 lakhs. That's why we calculated DP. Is DP sufficient? Okay. Is DP is insufficient? Our crux is to derive the DP. Okay. Okay. Got it. Okay.
As Aman said, how to verify sales register with books of accounts with GST returns, and when there are mandatory clauses to reports in bank formats, turnover of the clients during the period, and type of service or type of goods that they have delivered to the customers. We have lots of reportings requirement in the format given by the bank. And the most important things is the client. The most important thing is the aging stock aging. The data is statement submitted by the clients to the bank. Have you done aging analysis before, Mr. White?
Yes, sir.
How do you do the aging analysis, and how do you get some of the observation in other clients, and how do you cope with this all the uh, any adverse opinion that you derived, and how do you cope with this adverse remark on bank on aging?
Like, sir, in aging, generally, we saw that in debtors or creditors aging, we saw that whether any debtors are not standing for last 3 years or the 4 years, more than 3 years. Or in creditors, we saw that whether we paid or not for any creditors for the last 1 and 2 years. These kind of the things we saw in aging. So basically, we focus on that, like what are the assets and liabilities. Like we have to pay to the creditors. What are the amounts that we have to pay to our creditors, and what are the amounts that we take from our debtors. These are the points I have saw in aging. Really, I'm not working more on that particular area. Okay. That
Aman, could you please elaborate the relevance of aging in this stock audit report? How is it relevant to obtain aging reports from the clients? So basically, the bank keeps a particular percentage of margin on amount of debtors. And for suppose if a debtor is if the life of the if a debtor is less than 90 days, then bank you will give you a then bank will give you a higher margin, for example 20%. And if your debtors are more than 90 days but less than 180 days, then bank will give you a lower margin, that is 30%. So if your yeah, and if your debtors are more than 180 days, then bank considers that there will be no recovery of any amount from that person. So bank will consider only those debtors that are less than 6 months for computation of drawing power. So that's why the aging is very much important while computation of drawing power. Okay. You'll also link is the point with the drawing powers along with the debtor aging, because the banker consider only less than 6 months of the debtors while computing his DP drawing power. Have you linked this point?
yes, sir. It means somehow like bank show that the liquidity of the company.
Yes, exactly.
Within the month they are able to recover their amount from the customers.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, thank you, sir.
For debtors, reconciliation of debtors is important by generating sales invoices by customers, because some of the debtors are more than 3 years, maybe customers shown fake debtors. That's why reconciliation of sales register and the GST invoices are mandatory. And if there is any disputed debtors or creditors, if any, specific disputed debtors, we have erased it from the while calculating the DP. And the next one important thing is we have to obtain the audited balance sheet of the client, because if any adverse remark given by the statutory auditors, we have to comment on that. Why these adverse remarks are lying? Are these still lying, or these uh, remarks were resolved? And the next one important thing is that whether all the insurance policies were taken by the company in respect of these stocks, these assets, hypothecated assets, or any buildings which are hypothecated in deadlines. And the foremost important that the valuation of a stock, how they valued their stock, either it is in FMB or cost, we have to drill on it, we have to check on it, and there are lots of formats given by the banks. We have to write down in there whether all the insurance policies will cover the risk or not, as well as there is details of collateral security. write them in our stock audit reports. And the foremost important thing is that the stock. How do we audit the stocks in respect of the stock audit, specifically stock traded stock? Uh, you also did the stock audit, Mr. Mohit. How did you do the stock audit?
Mainly we focus earlier I was that kind of the mindset that in a stock audit we only do the physical verifications of the stocks. We count that what are the like number of stocks available in our warehouse, and on that basis we do the stock audit. That kind of the mindset earlier I have, but uh, as I do the stock audit, I get to know about that. No, we show multiple things apart from the physical stocks. So these give us some example that you have drawn, that you have derived some observations on stock. Either it may be related to the dead stock, slow moving stock, there may be negative stock, there may be stock which were not direct, which are not related to the clients. There may be sister concerned stock as well. Yeah. How what type of observations that you derived from? If you have any such type of observations, please. In one of the stock audit, we found that one of the holding company stock has been held by the subsidiary. Like what happened that in subsidiary warehouse, they hold the stock of the holding company. Uh, in I think I don't want to say the name of that. Okay, Mr. Aman will explain why Mr. Aman, aging of stock is necessary while conducting the bank stock audit. Why aging is necessary? Because let me explain this with an example. We have done audit of a company. The premises of the company, in the premises of company, there are 4 to 5 companies of the same person, and there may be chances that the client is availing multiple CC limits on behalf of the same stock from different entities. That may be one of the alt observation, that a client is taking multiple CC limits on the same stock by through different entities. This is one of the observation I found during the stock audit, during the stock audit. Okay, the one point I want to edit in this we do the to be reconciliation as well as from the purchase books, because when the customer submits stock statement to the bank, they may inflate the stock, because they may purchase the stock from his related entity just to inflate the stock. That's why we have to check the TUI. Are these stock are actually been purchased by this or not? If they actually purchase, the related person of this company will file the GSTR 1 and 3B, and these reports will automatically reflect as a 2B in our books. So we verified the stock by our 2B as well. This one is our important matter while doing the stock audit. And another important, foremost important thing is that the internal audit report. We may rely on the internal audit report mainly while we visit the client. If the internal audit report is clean and the process is all mapped and the approval matrix is found by the company, we may rely on the stock statement submitted by the clients to the banks. However, we have to, if company does not have any internal audit department or didn't do the internal audit, then we elaborated our scope as well. And the one thing that the whether the display of bank name is presented on the client premises, whether it may be the office, it may be the godown, it may be the warehouse, it may be the factory. Everywhere there should be a board of the bank to represent that there is already a loan ongoing on behalf there is already an ongoing loan or CC limit on hypothecation of this stock. This may alert the other bank before giving or sanctioning any further limit that there is already any facility, any bank facility is going on, so that this yeah, that's why it is necessary to display the company name in their godowns. And the one another aspect I want to talk about is that the notices, if any,
is reflected in their statutory, in their income tax portal or GST department, GST portals. We have to check it on, and accordingly we have to report it on. Okay, guys, these are the important aspects that we are talked right now. Hope you will gather some insights from our side. If you have any queries related to stock audit, related to the bank stock audit related, you have to put a simple questions or email us. I'll give my email ID in the chat box right now. Uh, Thank you for the session. Thank you, Mr. Amit and Mohit, and thank you, Mr. Amit, for joining and giving your insights. And so you're doing good, and you will be done good in upcoming times. And hope you'll crack your final examination in first attempts.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing this that much knowledgeable things.
Okay, we'll do multiple session with you guys and later time. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
YouTube studio also.
Just, thank you, sir.
YouTube studio. But you also